How you doing, YouTubers, subscribers, and non-subscriber? Thank you for tuning in. Another section of Jeff the Master Barber. We on this tutorial, we're doing a classic haircut. We're gonna do the tight fade on the side, and we're gonna shape the beard. We're not gonna trim it, but we're just gonna shape it. And you know, just like I said on the last video, the lighting, it was kind of bad. Now I got the LED light, the circle ring, so now you're gonna be able to see it more thoroughly, the details on the haircut. What we were using the 1/8, and right away we pass it right there, and now we're gonna open the level, and this is so slowly. This is how the motion. A lot of people ask me, Jeffrey, what is how you scrape it? Can you do a slow motion? And here we go. This is how it looks. It's pretty much scraping. We're not gonna make lines. We just right away we're gonna erase whatever border or shadow or bulkiness, etc., etc. And notice, like right there, there's some bulkiness, and notice how I'm kind of like scraping it but lifting it at the same time. So that's what we're doing. We're using the magic clip. I love this clipper. It's very useful, very powerful, very sharp, flexible, powerful. You know, the blade is awesome. It doesn't get hot. And I mean, this is I got two of them, and one of them I switched the blade. I put the bolt in, so that way I could, you know what I mean, like clean up real nice and quick. And the other one, and this one, you know. But right now we're using the 1/8, the guard 1/8, or the 1. Right now we're gonna jump into guard number 2. We're gonna tilt the head real gentle, and we're gonna pass it right there where I just pointed with the open level. So that's basically 2.5. That's what I call it, 2.5. The reason, just because I'm doing it my way, that doesn't mean that my way is the only way. And then I close it little bit by little, and then I pass it again from side to side, and you know, you do a couple of times. And just like I was saying, just because I do it my way doesn't mean that my way is the only way. I never say that. I never claim that. And like I said, if you have some seniors or legend or whatever machine you got, you could use the machine and follow those steps. And if you want to follow, it's up to you. I'm just showing my way of doing it. And if you feel like trying to do it and mimic it, you know, go for it. And if it works, you know, that's the reason why I do it. And right now we jump into the 1/8 again. That's the one we started, and just where I pointed, I saw some shadows there, so that's where I'm scraping. Notice I always have my brush, always scraping it, always passing it. You know what I mean? Always scraping it, always passing it. Now we don't got no guards, right? And then we're gonna close the lever, right? And we're gonna pass it right there in that area right there. You know what I mean? Like right there. And we're gonna keep it that, you know what I mean, in that level. And like I always say, I never do it the other way, just because I want to be able to take the line right away. Right now we're using the 1/16 dot guard right there. We're using the 1/16, and we're gonna right away scrape that. Even if you see that is a line, we'll scrape that line right away. And notice how right away it fade in really well. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna try to keep. And then when we go up, we open the lever, and we pass it right to left, left to right. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some shadows that you're gonna see. Shadow is where you see some dark spot. You know, and your eyes are gonna tell you. You know what I mean? The difference between someone that you could see the fade with some spot, and another one that is real nice and clean, is the person or the barber that never give up, always trying to find a solution, pay attention to the detail, and you know what I mean? Do it step by step, little by little. So yeah, we're gonna keep scraping. We're gonna keep scraping right there. And yeah, like I was saying, you gotta persist. You gotta keep going. No matter what the situation is, you're gonna find a solution. You're gonna keep switching guards. And then right here, you know, we notice that we need to still pass. Right now we're passing the magic clip with no guard, and it's a little bit close to almost being closed completely, but now I open it completely, so that's half. And there's some shadows right there, so that's where I pass it. You know what I mean? I keep passing it from left to right, right to left, and then I close a little bit. See, this is the difference of the blades. That's the magic clip, and that's the Bolden. I took the Bolden from the machine and I put it into the magic clip engine. The reason why I do that is because the blade is a lot wider than the GTX or the TL liner or the detailer. So when it's time to clean, it obviously with a bigger engine and wider blade, it cleans a lot faster. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's your preference, whatever you want to use. If you keep using your GTX or the TL liner or whatever, feel free to do so. But if you want to save some time and you want to work a little faster, or not just faster, but you're gonna see the Bolden with the magic clip is never gonna jank on you. So that's why I do it like that. This is the Series 9 Brun shaver, electric shaver. I can't say it enough about this electric shaver. So nice, so comfortable, so powerful. And not only that, it had a station. It has a station that not only it charges itself without you plugging it in. You just put it into the station, and it's already charging and cleaning itself too. Right now we're doing the we're using the oyster scissors with the gray combs. We're using the big teeth of the combs it's gonna act like a 1/8 basically. But with this, we're gonna do scissors over comb, and this way I could have more control than passing a guard or number 3. You could pass a number 3 if you don't have a comb and scissors, or if you don't feel comfortable yet doing this technique. But the reason I do is because I do have more control. I grab and I cut what I need to. Now, you know what I mean? I don't have to sacrifice cutting a lot with the clipper. Here, just take little parts here, little parts there, you know. And notice how my scissor is vertical right with the comb, so that way everything is level. And as I go up, I go on top of it, and I maintain it right there. You know what I mean? Right with it. And this is one of my favorite technique. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm gonna do a little faster so you have an idea of what I'm saying. See, now when you lift it up, you see, you go like kind of like going higher, going higher. But at the same time, notice that it's gonna be some hair in between, and make sure you cut those where you see. Right now we're doing we're gonna go from the top to the top, and we're gonna cut a little bit with the scissors. Only we're gonna wet the hair, and we're gonna do the styling, cutting scissors with the styling at top. I'm gonna show you the way that I do it. Nah, I'm not saying that my way is the way. Nah, it just worked for me. If you feel that it looks comfortable and you want to give it a try, give it a try. And if it works, that's exactly how I'm doing this video. Also, for the people that want to learn how to cut, or in general, you know, the tips, you know, give it a try. This is how I do it. Normally, I grab the hair with my fingers, and then I make like a guide. You know, I go start from the front. Now I go back again. You know what I mean? I keep going through the back, to the back like that. You know what I mean? Notice how the combs always rest where my thumb is, and then I comb it right away. And that area right there, the hair is a lot shorter, so I cannot grab it with my fingers. So then that's when I use the scissors over comb again to get that hair a lot lower, so you could flatten it. And I go with the flow of the hair. You know what I mean? I go you know, against the grain. Then we go back in the front and we grab that again. Always the front is, you leave it longer than the back. But then you're gonna see the hair that I cut from the right side to the left. The left hair is gonna be longer than the right, but that's because the right is already cut, the left is not. So that's when you measure it, and that's how you make it even. And you keep going, back, from the front to the back. Then you cone it again, and then you go back again from the front, cut exactly what, and measure it from the hair that is cut from the right, and measure it and take the hair that is not cut from the left. It's fat. It has happened. As the video is passing, and my English is not the best. I'm trying to explain exactly what I'm trying to tell, but it's difficult because the angle here is not helping me. But I'm trying to make sense right here. I'm using the scissors of a comb again. You know what I mean? And why? Because that area right there, the hair is so short and it's standing up that with my fingers, I'm not able to grab it like how I grab it here. You see, my fingers, I'm able to grab somewhat type of hair and keep cutting. You know what I mean? Then I go back in here again and I see some hair and I keep measuring and I keep cutting. Notice how my thumb always hold the comb, so that way when it's time for me to cut, the hand keep doing, the motion. Right now, I'm just trying to make a natural line. The area right there needs to be lower. So I use the scissors over comb one more time again, and keep doing it, keep shaping it. You know what I mean? And then that collar right there, you got to be careful. You just go exactly with the grain right there, or against the grain, In the front, the hair right there is a little longer. So we're going to grab it with the fingers the way that I did it. And when we're going to cone again, we're going to cone it to the side, and right there, we get in it. We're going to put some hairspray to style it in a few. There it is. Pump it up. This hair will freeze the hair in place no matter how spiky it is. And if you wanted to style it in a certain way, and you want to make sure all the hairs are nice and flat or whatever, it's called pump it up. It smells like grapefruit. And then combined with the blow dryer, with the heat, you pass it within 30 seconds, it's starting to dry it up. And all the hair that it used to stand is going to be nice and flat. And if you're doing it to the side, it's going to maintain to the side really nice. And then right there, we're doing the natural line. We're not doing a line with the razor. We just leave it in natural. We're doing the natural line. And we pass in the blow dryer, and we continue to pass the blow dryer. You keep passing it. We keep passing it. We keep molding it, passing it right there, and until it flats down. So, always maintain the blow dryer a few inches from the skull, because you don't want to burn them. Now we're gonna go forward, and that part right there, it needs to be lifted up. So I put a little bit more, pump it up, and then we're gonna raise it up. We're gonna lift it like that, right? And my wife brought me some food there, so I have to edit it. But right here, like I was saying, I lift it up. I lift the hair, right? And I cone it to the side. It's gonna dry it up, and it's gonna. You see how it's starting to stay the way that I want it, kind of standing and then turning to sideways. That's the style that I want. That's what I want to do. See what I'm saying? And look, and you see how it's getting harder and harder for me to cone it. But then look at how it looks dry. So now we're gonna use the trimmer, whatever trimmer you got, have GTX and the Slimline, detail or whatever it is. You use that. What I'm trying to say is that you use whatever works, the trimmer, that whatever works for you or that you have at the moment. Don't necessarily have to be my trimmer. The only thing that you're going to try to do, if you want to do, no one is saying that you have to do it, but if you want to give it a try, are the steps that I'm doing. When I start doing a box out, I start in the middle, and then I go work my way up to the side. Another thing, some barbers like the trimmers 0 gap, so it could be really sharp. But the thing with that is that, you know, some people have sensitive skin, and if you trimmers are 0 gap, they're gonna be way too sharp, and sometimes it will irritate the skin, even cut them, or give them red skin. Right now we're using the magic clip, and in that area that he's colored, you know what I mean, it still have some hair that's standing. So we're gonna try to get it, you know, lower the most that you can, but you do it nice and gentle. You don't want to go too short. You just want to get at those ones that are standing. That's about it. You know what I mean? You don't want to go too low. But you see right there, it's fine. It's perfect. So once I do that, we're gonna get them laying down. The reason why I'm laying down, I'm a short guy, so I need to be able to get in those uncomfortable places, and I want him to relax and be comfortable too. And in this position, I have better control, and I could get and I could definitely, you know, I'm comfortable that I could clean and shape the beard how he wanted. And that's another thing. Just because you are a barber, and you could come whatever you want to come through at the time that you want to come through, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna shave completely his beard. If he tell you just shape it up, that's what you do. You shape it up. Rule number 1, make sure you follow orders. Have a consultation. Consultation is talking with the client before you start. And you could give him your opinion, but that doesn't mean that he's necessarily have to take your opinion. If he wants you to leave his hair, you leave his hair. You don't shave his head. You know what I mean? You don't do what you please. It's what the client is, your client is your boss. He's the one that is paying you. So no matter what any other barber or any person tell you to do, you only listen to your client. So yeah, we shaping it. I don't worry about that it's not coming sharp like with other trimmers. My trimmers would have lived it a lot more sharper, and you wouldn't have to work double. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get clean the most that he could get clean without leaving no irritation. Look at him. He's sleeping. He's there almost falling asleep. He's comfortable and relaxed. I know that I got a peace of mind because I'm not, his skin is fine. It's not getting irritation. It's not getting, you know what I mean? And I'm shaping it, and it's coming. It's coming to the way that I think that he's gonna come sharp, is what I'm trying to say. And then with the razor and the blade, the razor holder and the blade, I'm gonna shape it up and make it even more sharper, the way that it's supposed to be. Right now, as you could tell, I'm still passing it, still cleaning, you know, and it still does cleaning. Right now, we're gonna get those hair that it goes in those under the lips right there. And then right now he got some hairs that are standing, and I get it that way. And you see how with my fingers I kind of pull the skin down so I could get those in uncomfortable places. We're gonna use the Balm Pro medicated cream, and we put it all and everything. Once we put it, then we start the shaving. This is the part when I'm telling you that I'm gonna make it a lot sharper. And notice how even when I'm shaving, I start from the middle too and work my way to the sides. And then you're gonna be, some people are gonna be asking me, what's that white stuff? There could be a couple of things. It could be that the hair spray that I put, it dried up, and then with a blade and that it makes that white dust. But I use that as a defense line, so I know that I don't have to push it back. It makes like a for the moment line, but it makes me know, it let me know that it's nice and sharp, that's right there, you know what I mean? And then right there we scrape it right there, a little bit right there, and a little bit right there. You see what I'm saying? And now we're gonna do the same thing on the side for the beard. We're gonna do the same thing, cone it, and use both hands to work with each other, you know. The left hand to hold the comb, and the right hand to shave. If you are lefty, then the opposite, obviously. But also with the left hand, you see my thumb, always stretching the skin. That's one of the major technique right there. Because the blade could scroll the skin and then you could cut them. But when you hold and stretch the skin, it is able to grab the hair right. You understand? So that right there. That's what happened. Make sure that you grab it with the thumb right there. Yeah, my wife just was telling me it's time to go to sleep. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still doing these videos. But I do it for you guys. Even though I'm tired and beat up, my concern is that I want to make sure that I bring something to the table that I could help someone, even if it's just one person. So yeah, with the left thumb, like I was saying, with the left hand, I'm using my thumb to stretch the skin. At this point, I have them already set them up right, normal, because we already basically almost done. But I'm just doing the final details. Just getting every little detail, those baby hair around the neck right there. Usually you can hardly see, but you pass it and make sure you get that. This is the haircut. And by the way, I use the LED light. That's why you'll be able to see the haircut a lot fresher compared to with my last video that I put, which it was yesterday. You can see with the light, you can see more details. Let me know how you like the lighting. If you could see the details, let me know how you like the tutorial. I'm gonna be doing more tutorials in English. I know I do a lot of tutorial in Spanish, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of tutorial in English. Even though my English is not the best, but this is how it looks. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I hope you share it. But yeah, take your time. It doesn't matter how fast you do it. Just make sure you do it well. And remember, hard work beats talent all the time. All right, thank you for your time. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell, share it, like it, leave comments below, and thank you.